It's in the past 9 years.
In the past 9 years. Okay.
Yes, that's when the prophet Alex was born. I didn't know that I was a prophet. I didn't know that I was a prophet. It was when God told me that I'm calling you to be a prophet to my nation. So when God appeared to my life, he was exactly, and he was straight. So I'm calling you to be a prophet to the nations of the world.
So you're saying God appeared to you?
God appeared to me.
Can you just shortly tell us what happened? Just describe what happened.
I will remember I was just in a real place, and then I woke up in the morning. I went to look for, I was fetching firewood, something like that. And as I was there, an angel, a voice, it was a voice that shouted and it called me 3 times. For the first time, it was like a sound that was coming through this ear, and it was passing through this ear, and it was just revolving in my mind. And I didn't notice it. I just did like this to my ears. Then the second time, he spoke, and it was more louder than the first time. It was more louder than the first time. And the third time, it was now very scary. So much so that I began to shiver, and I dropped everything that I was working with, and I rushed home. And this is what the voice said. The voice said, Alex. Then he said, go to church. It was a Sunday, and I had to go to church. But first of all, I went to the house where I was staying, and then I just took a Bible. I didn't even have time to prepare everything. I went to church. When I got to church, there's a man of God by the name Pastor Lukele,
Yes.
whom God, he said, as he was preaching, he said God appeared to him in a dream, and he told him that there is a man that will enter in the church.
Wow.
And he said he will be overloaded. You will offload him, and he said you will then tell him what to do. Then he told me what to do. From that time, I knew,
my God,
and now I know what to do.
So you are saying it's possible for God to visit somebody and talk to them and tell them that you are called. Because there are many people who are asking, am I a prophet? Am I an apostle? How do I get to know who I am? And you're saying that it's possible for God to come down and visit somebody and really tell them that you are called.
It's 100% possible. It's 100% possible. God can call anybody. When God calls you, he calls you, but he doesn't assign you.
Wow.
He sends you to somebody that will assign you. God doesn't call you in the forest and finish your story or your mission in the forest. He calls you from the forest, and he sends you to somebody, like he called the Apostle Paul. Jesus appeared to the Apostle Paul, and he said, go now to this man. He will open your eyes, and he will tell you what to do. Jesus would have told the Apostle Paul everything in the forest, but he didn't tell him there. He said, go to the church. I mean, to this man.
To this man.
Yes. To me, he said, go to church.
To church. To Pastor Ken.
Yes, to Pastor Ken.
Wow.
Then he would tell you.
Wow. So you're saying these things happen to you?
They happen. And you know, after that, I had a vision. I dreamed the Apostle Paul. I saw the Apostle Paul in a vision, and he was giving me a scroll, a big scroll. And I took the scroll in my dream, in my vision, and as I was trying to catch it like this, it disappeared in me.
My God.
And I elaborated the dream to my pastor, was Pastor Kelly. I told him the dream. He said to me, the Apostle Paul was giving you the apostolic. Then he said, you are called with the apostolic, but you're going to function with the prophetic.
Wow.
So he said you are an apostle in the prophetic.
Wow.
So the prophetic is actually a key to establish the apostolic. That's what he said to me.
Wow, Prophet God, this is so powerful. I'm sure viewers are enjoying this. This is so deep. So from that time, from the encounter you had with God to where you are right now, I'm sure there was a long journey, there's tough things that you went through. And I just want to know, how did you get to where you are right now? as the Prophet Alex. I've seen your Facebook, I've seen your Periscope, I've seen you on social media. You've got a big name, people are following you now. From just having an encounter with God and to getting to where you are. How did that happen? How did you get to be this Prophet Alex that we can see and interview today here?
Thank you. After that, it is important for me to explain everything. It has not been easy.
Wow.
When the calling of God comes upon your life, God will never tell you that things are going to be easy. But He gives you an assurance of what He wants you to be and what you're going to be. But He doesn't tell you that things will be easy. So I've been through a lot. I've been starting work and it will not work the way I want it, the way I wish it could work. Sometimes I will stop and start and do, and it doesn't mean that we've not been through mistakes. We did a lot of mistakes. Like on my case, I didn't have somebody to mentor me for almost like 8 years. I mean, for almost like 7 years. 7 to 8 years, I didn't have nobody to mentor me. And I was not learning from anybody, I was just learning from God. And I thank God that when He called me, His voice was audible. So for me to follow Him was a little bit simple because I knew His voice.